Hello everyone, welcome to the English Echo. We're very happy you're here today. Today we're going to practice English together in a simple and relaxing way. I'm Sam.
And I'm Sophia.
We're happy you're here today.
Let's learn together.
So, I have a question for you today. Have you ever bought those really expensive new running shoes and you felt like completely unstoppable for exactly 3 days?
Oh, definitely. I think we all know that feeling.
Right. You run every day, but then by day 4, you are just right back on the sofa eating snacks while the shoes just, gather dust in the corner.
Yeah, I have definitely been that person on the sofa. It is so easy to start strong, but it is, very hard to keep going. We usually just look at the shoes and tell ourselves, maybe tomorrow.
Maybe tomorrow. I mean, we say it all the time, but tomorrow becomes next week.
Yeah, exactly.
And then next week becomes next year. The excited feeling completely disappears, and we just feel bad about ourselves.
Right, and that is exactly what we are going to fix today. Our goal is to explore what motivation actually is, because, it's not just a feeling.
Okay, that sounds really helpful.
Yeah, we are going to look at some important rules to help you keep going every single day. We will talk about simple, real-life steps that you can take starting right now.
I definitely need these rules. But before we talk about how to stay motivated, I think we need to understand the problem first. Why do we lose that excited feeling so fast?
That's a great question. If we understand why we lose motivation, we can learn how to fix the problem. There are 3 main reasons why that good feeling disappears so quickly.
Okay, so what is the first reason?
The first reason is that our goals are simply too big. When we start something new, we want to do everything at once.
Ah, I see. So instead of just wanting to learn a few English words, a student might say, I want to speak perfect English in 1 month.
Exactly. That is a huge goal.
Actually, I guess that is like trying to swallow a whole pizza in one big bite.
Yes. That is the perfect way to look at it. If you try to eat a giant pizza in one bite, it is impossible. You will feel sick just looking at it.
Right, your mouth just cannot do it.
Yeah. Learning a language or getting fit is the exact same thing. The goal is just too big to handle all at once.
And because it is too big, you just feel overwhelmed. You look at the giant pizza and you do not even try to take a single bite. You just give up.
Exactly. You don't even start. So that brings us to the second reason we lose motivation.
Okay, what is reason number 2?
The second reason is that we want fast results. We start working, and after 2 days, we look in the mirror. We want to see a completely different body.
Oh, yeah. Or we study English for 2 days, and we want to understand every American movie perfectly.
Right. We want it instantly.
I am definitely guilty of this. I mean, we live in a world of fast food and fast internet. We are just used to getting what we want immediately.
Yes, exactly.
If a video takes, 5 seconds to load on my phone, I get angry and I just close it.
We expect our brains and our bodies to work like fast internet, but real human progress just does not work like that. Learning a new skill takes a lot of time.
So we have to be patient.
Right.
In fact, one of our most important rules today is this. Progress is slow but sure. Slow but sure.
Yeah.
I like that. It means the change is happening slowly, but it's definitely happening in the background, even if we cannot, see it today.
Exactly. It is happening. Now, the third reason we lose motivation is a very common mistake. We wait for the feeling.
Wait for the feeling?
Yeah. We think we have to feel a special kind of excitement to do the hard work.
But wait, isn't motivation just a feeling? I mean, I always say, I will clean my house when I feel like it. I sit on the sofa and I just wait for the feeling of wanting to clean to suddenly arrive.
And let me ask you, when you sit on the sofa and wait for the feeling to clean your house, does the house ever actually get clean?
No, never. The house remains a complete disaster forever.
Right.
Because I never actually want to clean the floor. The feeling never arrives.
Yeah. And that is the whole problem. Feelings change all the time. Sometimes you feel happy, sometimes you feel tired, sometimes you feel hungry.
Yeah, that's true.
If you wait for a magical feeling of motivation to arrive, you will literally wait forever.
So if we wait for the feeling, the house stays dirty, the new running shoes stay in the box, and the English book just stays closed.
Exactly.
This means motivation cannot just be a feeling.
Yes, perfectly said. We cannot rely on our feelings. We need something much stronger than a feeling to help us reach our goals. We need a solid system.
Okay, so if feelings are unreliable, what practical steps can we actually take? What can we do starting today to build a strong system that works? Well, we have a few important rules you can use right now to build your foundation. The first rule is know your why. Know your why.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes. This is the deep reason behind your big goal.
So instead of just saying, I want to learn English, I need to understand the deeper reason. Like maybe I want to get a better job to support my family,
Exactly.
or maybe I want to feel confident when I travel to a new country.
Yes, that is your personal why. When you have a dark, rainy morning and you do not feel like studying, you do not look for a feeling.
Right, because the feeling isn't there.
Right. Instead, you think about your family or you think about traveling. Your why provides real energy when your feelings are just tired.
I see. It's almost like an engine for your habits. Okay, so what is the next rule to build our foundation?
The next rule connects back to the pizza example we used earlier. You must start small.
Start small.
Yes, you have to cut the big goal into tiny slices.
I understand that it makes the goal easier to finish, but why is starting small so important for our motivation?
It is actually because of how our brains work. Our brains are designed to keep us safe.
Okay.
The brain wants to protect us from danger, and it wants to save energy. When you set a massive goal, like studying for 3 hours, your brain sees that as a threat.
Wait, a threat? So the brain looks at a big goal and thinks, oh no, that is too much energy. That is dangerous.
Exactly. It creates a fear response. Your brain will literally make you feel tired or distracted to stop you from doing this dangerous, hard work.
Wow, that explains so much. So, but when you start small, you remove the fear.
Yes. If you say, I will just read 1 page of this English book, the brain does not see any danger.
Right, because 1 page is very safe.
Exactly. The fear response stays quiet and you can actually open the book. And here's the best part.
What's that?
Once you read that 1 safe page, you feel successful. You think, wow, I did it. That small success creates a little bit of natural energy. Usually after you read 1 page, you actually want to read another page.
Yeah, because I am already sitting there and the book is already open. The hardest part was just starting.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Start small, remove the fear, and take the first step.
Yeah.
That brings us to our third rule for building a foundation. Build a routine. Build a routine.
Yes. A routine simply means doing the same thing at the same time every day.
Okay, this makes a lot of sense. The goal of a routine is to make your good habits completely automatic. Actually, this reminds me of how I brush my teeth.
Oh, how so?
Well, every morning, my alarm rings. I wake up, I walk to the bathroom, and I brush my teeth.
Yeah.
I never sit in bed and think, do I feel motivated to brush my teeth today?
Uh-huh. No, of course not.
I do not need a deep why to clean my teeth. I just do it. It is totally automatic.
Exactly. You do not need motivation because the routine is deeply wired into your daily life. It is just what you do.
Right.
And that is exactly what we want to create with our English practice or daily exercise.
So if I study for 10 minutes every morning while I drink my coffee, it might feel hard for the first week.
Yes, the first week is tough.
But after a few weeks, it will feel exactly like brushing my teeth.
Yeah.
I will just drink my coffee and open my book without even thinking.
And when a routine is that strong, motivation does not even matter anymore. It is just a normal part of your day.
Okay, so I have built my morning routine. The foundation is strong, and studying feels automatic. But what happens in month 3?
Month 3 can be tricky.
Right, because the excitement is totally gone. I am putting in the work, but I still feel like I am making mistakes. How do we keep going when the journey gets really long?
That is a very dangerous time for learners. To survive the long journey, we need some rules to maintain our momentum.
Okay. The next rule is track your progress. You have to write down what you achieve. Why is writing it down so important? If I am studying every day, shouldn't I just, feel the progress naturally?
You would think so, but the problem is that our brains forget very quickly. When you are in the middle of a long journey, you cannot see the small daily changes.
I see, like looking in the mirror every day, so you do not notice your body changing.
Exactly. Or I suppose it is like watching a child grow. If you see the child every day, you do not notice them getting taller.
Oh, right. But if you see them after 1 year, you are completely shocked by how much they grew.
Yes. Your English progress is just like that growing child. If you track your progress in a notebook, you can see the actual truth.
So you can look back.
Right. You can look back and realize that 3 months ago, you only knew 50 English words. Today, you know 500 words.
Wow. Seeing it on paper, like going from 50 words to 500 words, that makes the progress undeniable. I cannot say I am not learning anything when the numbers are right there in front of me.
Exactly. Seeing that proof gives your brain a huge push of energy to keep going. It reminds you that the hard work is actually paying off.
That's powerful.
It really is. Now, the next rule for maintaining momentum is about the world around you. You must find positive people.
Positive people. I've heard people say that energy is contagious, but what does that really mean? Is it like catching a cold from someone who is sick?
It is very similar, yes. Inside our brains, we have something called mirror neurons.
Mirror neurons.
Yes, they work exactly like a mirror. When you see someone smile, your mirror neurons make your brain want to smile too.
Oh, wow. So if I spend all my time with friends who always complain, my brain will automatically copy their negative energy.
Yes, it will. If your friends say, English is too hard, you will never learn it, your mirror neurons adopt that feeling. You will start to feel tired and hopeless, just like them.
So I really have to protect my energy from negative people.
Yes, you do.
I need to find people who are trying to improve themselves. Because if I surround myself with people who are studying hard and staying positive, my brain will mirror their good habits.
Exactly. You want to catch the motivation virus from a positive community, they will make you want to be better.
That makes a lot of sense. Now, our next rule for momentum is a very fun one. The rule is reward yourself. Reward myself. So you mean if I finish my small goal for the day, I should give myself a little treat?
Yes. You can make a deal with yourself. You say, if I read English for 20 minutes today, I can watch one episode of my favorite comedy show tonight.
Haha. I have to be honest, rewarding ourselves with little treats for doing a good job sounds exactly like training a dog.
Haha, it does.
Like when a dog sits, you give a piece of food.
It sounds funny, but human brains work the exact same way. It is all about a chemical in our brain called dopamine.
Dopamine?
Yes, dopamine is the feel-good chemical.
So when I watch my favorite comedy show after studying, my brain releases dopamine and it feels happy.
Yes, and your brain loves dopamine. It always wants more of it. So your brain starts to connect the hard work of studying with the happy feeling of the reward. Eventually, your brain tells you to study because it knows a reward is coming.
So I am literally training my brain to enjoy the hard work. I do the work, I get the treat, and my brain learns that studying is a good thing. That is simple, but so powerful.
It works very well. Habits, tracking, and rewards are excellent tools for taking action. But, well, there's another piece to this puzzle.
What's that?
All the rewards in the world will not help if our minds are working against us. We need to talk about mindset.
Mindset. This means how we think about ourselves, especially when things go wrong, right? Like, what happens when we make a mistake?
Exactly. How you handle a mistake depends on your mindset. There are two main types. The first is called a fixed mindset.
A fixed mindset. Well, I'm guessing fixed means something that cannot change or move.
You guessed it. A person with a fixed mindset believes their abilities are permanent. If they find something difficult, they think, I was born bad at English. I am just not smart enough.
Wow, that is a very sad way to live.
It is.
If I have a fixed mindset, every mistake I make is proof that I'm stupid. If I say a word wrong, I will feel deeply embarrassed and I will probably just quit.
Exactly. A fixed mindset makes you want to hide from challenges. But the second type is a growth mindset. A person with a growth mindset views the world completely differently.
So how does a person with a growth mindset handle a mistake?
They understand that the brain is like a muscle. It can grow stronger. When they make a mistake in English, they do not feel stupid. They think, I am not good at this word yet.
Yet. Just adding the word yet changes everything.
It really does.
It means the story is not over. I do not understand this grammar rule yet, but I will.
Yes. For someone with a growth mindset, mistakes are not punishments. Mistakes are simply information. They are lessons showing you exactly what to practice next.
I really want to build a growth mindset, but it feels very difficult today, especially with social media.
Oh, social media makes it so hard.
Right. We open our phones and we see everyone's perfect lives. We see people speaking perfect English, traveling, and looking completely healthy.
Comparing ourselves to others is the fastest way to destroy our motivation. It makes us feel like we are always failing.
It's just so hard to stop comparing, though. When I see someone who's younger than me speaking 3 languages perfectly, my growth mindset just disappears. I just feel bad about my own progress.
That is why you need an ultimate rule for comparison. You must remember that you are only competing with one person. You are only competing with who you were yesterday.
I am only competing with who I was yesterday. I really like that focus.
Yeah.
I do not need to look at the person on the internet. I just need to look in my own mirror.
Exactly. Ask yourself a simple question at the end of the day. Am I a little bit better than I was yesterday?
Right.
Did you learn just one new sentence? Did you review one grammar rule? If the answer is yes, then you are winning.
Progress is progress. Even if it is a tiny step, it counts. I am moving forward.
Yes, progress is progress. But we need to be very honest with our listeners here.
About what?
You can have a perfect routine, you can track your progress, you can have a beautiful growth mindset, but you are still human.
We are definitely human. And that means life is messy. Bad days are going to happen no matter how perfectly we plan.
Inevitably, a day will arrive when you feel exhausted, stressed, or just sad. A day when you have zero energy and you just want to sleep.
Yeah, those days are tough.
How we handle these bad days is the real test of our system.
Many learners feel terrible when they have a bad day. They miss one study session and they think they have failed completely. They call themselves lazy. So, how do we survive these bad days without giving up? We have 3 simple rules for surviving bad days. Rule number 1 is accept it. Do not fight the reality of a bad day. So just admit that I am tired. I shouldn't force myself to feel happy or excited when I'm clearly stressed.
Right. You cannot control the weather and you cannot always control your energy. Do not call yourself a failure. Just say, today is a difficult day. It will pass.
It will pass. That takes a lot of pressure off my shoulders. Okay, what is rule number 2 for surviving a bad day?
Rule number 2 is actually my favorite. Do the minimum.
Do the minimum. What does the minimum mean when we are talking about a daily goal?
It means doing the absolute smallest amount possible. If your normal routine is to study for 45 minutes, but you are having a terrible day, do not try to do 45 minutes.
Okay, so what do I do?
Just do 3 minutes.
3 minutes. Let me challenge that idea. Does doing 3 minutes really matter? 3 minutes of study is not going to improve my vocabulary. It almost feels like a waste of time.
It will not teach you a lot of new vocabulary, right?
Yeah.
But it does something much more important. Doing 3 minutes keeps the habit alive. It protects the chain.
It keeps the habit alive. Wait, I think I understand. If I do 0 minutes, the routine is broken. I have stopped the behavior completely.
Yes. And once you stop completely, it is incredibly hard to start again the next day. Your brain remembers that it was easy to quit. But if you sit down and do just 3 minutes, you prove to your brain that you are still the kind of person who studies every day.
That is a really profound concept. I am not doing the 3 minutes to learn. I am doing the 3 minutes to protect my identity as a learner. I am protecting the routine so that tomorrow, starting again, will be easy. Yes, you are keeping the system running on low power. And that leads to our final rule for bad days. Be kind to yourself. We are often our own worst critics. The voice in our head can be very mean when we make a mistake or feel lazy.
It really can. We say terrible things to ourselves, things we would never say to another human being.
That is so true. The rule is simple. Talk to yourself the exact same way you would talk to a good friend. If my best friend was having a hard day at work and was feeling exhausted, I would not yell at them. I would not call them lazy.
No, of course not.
I would tell them to rest and try again tomorrow.
You would show them deep kindness and patience. You must show that same kindness to yourself. Say, I did my best today. My best was only 3 minutes, but that is okay. Tomorrow's a new day.
Tomorrow's a new day. I feel like this conversation has given us a completely new way to look at our goals. We do not have to wait for a feeling on the sofa anymore.
We absolutely do not. Waiting for the feeling is a trap.
If I summarize everything we explored today, it really comes down to a very clear idea. Real motivation is not a feeling. Motivation is a decision.
I completely agree.
It is the decision to slice the big pizza into small pieces. It is the decision to build a safe routine, protect our energy, and be incredibly kind to ourselves when things go wrong.
That is exactly right. It is a daily decision backed up by a smart system.
I want to share one final inspiring thought with everyone listening. It is a famous idea that perfectly captures what we discussed today. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great.
That is beautiful. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. You just need the courage to take that very first tiny step.
So I want to leave you, our listener, with one final question to think about after this discussion. We know that tomorrow is always a new day. So what is the smallest, easiest step you can take right now to make tomorrow's version of you just 1% better?
Think about what that tiny step looks like for you, and then go and do it.
Thank you for listening to The English Echo.
Keep practicing English every day.
Small steps can make a big difference.
See you in the next episode.